Hi there. So, yesterday I started a project. Is that light good? It's not. So yesterday I started a project, um, where I was doing, I'm starting to do cold readings of the New Testament. I'm going to read the entire New Testament this cold because I'm new to Christianity, and so I wanted to read the Bible, the New Testament, and so I'm taking this opportunity as a thing for myself and my spiritual self to go through that process and record it, so whatever value that is to anybody. So that's one thing I'm doing. The other thing I'm doing, I haven't been reading a lot of books, really, since COVID, whatever. So I'm going to try to force myself to read a book, like a regular book, just to experience whatever I want to do. So these readings are for me. This is a separate series. This is separate from my reading of the New Testament. This is my cold reading of a book called I Want to Go Home, by an author, Kornman, and this is a scholastic book. And just to give you an intro, it just says Rudy Miller hates camp, and I think that's all you need to know. So we're just going to go ahead and start this reading because I really want to just really get in there. And there's an opening. I think it's important. We're going to read everything that's here. And this is what it says on the inside cover. Okay, there's fun, and then there's fun. And this book is dedicated to those who know the difference. Okay, that's that. So we're going to go into its contents, looking at all the chapters. We're going to try a whole chapter. It's Chapter 1, Cabin 13, is 12 pages, and we're going to just plow in because I got to get going. If we're going to do a whole... That's a lot. Let's see. Hope I get through the whole thing. Cabin 13. The early summer sunshine streamed down over Camp Algonquin Island. The trim on the 22 cabins was brightly painted. The excellent athletic fields had been freshly mowed, and assortments of boats of all sizes bobbed in readiness at the dock. The campers would begin arriving right after lunch. Everything was preparing for the opening of the camp's 31st season. A shaft of light came through the window of the camp office, shining directly upon the solemn portrait of Elias Warden, the camp founder, and glaring off the glass. The present camp director, Arthur Warden, grandson of Elias, sat at his desk, checking the final preparations for the new camp year. There was a record enrollment for this first month, he noted with satisfaction. How lovely that would look on the bank statement. He noticed a letter in the corner of his desk and opened it and examined the contents. Dear Mr. Warden, it read, we are writing this letter in regard to our son, Rudy Miller, who is registered at your camp for the first month. We thought that perhaps you and your counselors should be forewarned. Rudy is Rudy is an exceptional but difficult boy. You may have considerable problems getting him adjusted to camp life. He is something of a loner and does not always get on well with other boys. In addition, he insists that he does not want to go to camp. However, we are sending him to Algonquin Island on the advance of his school guidance department. They feel that he must be placed in a social atmosphere where he will be exposed to all sorts of people. An atmosphere of hearty physical activity mixed with healthy comradeship. Mr. Warden looked up. What an excellent description of camp, he said aloud. When Rudy arrives, the letter went on, it is very likely that he will have a rather negative attitude. It is our sincere hope that you and your staff will be patient with him. Please inform us if you have any problems. Sincerely yours, Mr. and Mrs. Edward Miller. We're not going to do this whole chapter, just these pages. Mr. Warden snorted loudly. Problems? There is no such thing as a problem boy. Only problem parents. All cats love meat and all boys love camp. That's the way it was in the days of my grandfather, and that's the way it is now. This boy is about to have the best summer of his life. He got up from his desk, strode out onto his front porch, and looked out over the compound, still holding the letter. A group of tall, strong young men, dressed alike in white Algonquin uniforms, were moving about, putting the finishing touches on the grounds in preparation for the arrival of their charges. Frank, the head counselor, looped over to Mr. Warden's cottage. Good morning, sir. We're all set here. Are there any last-minute problems we should know about? Mr. Warden glanced briefly toward the letter in his hand, crumpled it up, and tossed it into the nearest trash container. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Tossed it into the nearest trash container. Never any problems at Algonquin Island. Just routine, my boy. Just routine. Thank you. I'm not treating with this solemnity. He turned away and walked briskly back into his office. And by the time he was again seated at his desk, Rudy Miller had completely vanished from his mind. Okay, and that's chapter 1. I just got through, I'm sorry, it went a lot longer than I thought. I just got through 2.5 pages, so it's going to take longer than I thought. But that is Gordon Korman's, the author of this, and it is I Want to Go Home, and I'm going to read the whole novel. So this is another project. So enjoy, whoever cares about this. You know what I mean? And the Bible, I'm reading that too. That's another series. Who cares? Whatever, I do care. Bye. Ooh,